a man found a dead body inside the house he'd bought for his upcoming wedding. The police were called immediately. It didn't take long before they discovered something strange. Behind the wall was a sealed-off storage room. Next door, a couple was arguing loudly, and in the middle of the chaos, Jack noticed something odd in the backyard. A lantern stand with candles placed upside down, as if hiding a secret. Using small details, like the victim's pajamas, Jack guessed the dead person might have been one of the previous owners, maybe even part of a couple. So, he and his friend David started digging for answers. But when they reached the backyard, David couldn't take his eyes off that same lantern. After some questioning, Jack learned the previous homeowner had been a gardener. He'd quit after getting injured on the job, but according to his co-workers, he started spending a lot of money at local bars afterward. The bar owner confirmed it. The gardener would blow huge amounts of cash every time he came in. When Jack and the police finally reached his new address, they were too late. The gardener had already been arrested. The truth came out fast. The victim was his wife. After killing her, the gardener hid her body inside the wall. To keep his dog from smelling the stench, he decided to sell the house and disappear. The motive? Still unclear, but during interrogation, more details were expected to surface. Jack, however, was unsettled by something else. Why had David bought that house in the first place? Jenny, David's wife, explained. He said he loved renovating old homes, especially ones with big yards. But Jack remembered. David didn't know the first thing about renovation. Then Jack's friends showed up, telling him Anna had brought them homemade cake. Jack asked quickly, was David there? They shook their heads. No, he was out back mixing cement. Jack froze. Something wasn't right. He ran straight to David's house, piecing the story together on the way. Years ago, one of the earlier owners had been a wealthy businessman. His factory got robbed, and the thief was never caught. Jack now realized David might have been that thief. The stolen money was never found, and when the businessman couldn't pay off his debts, he sold the house. Jack figured out where the money was hidden. Meanwhile, in the backyard, David had just unearthed an old metal box. He pried it open, only to find a pile of dirt, and a note that simply read, "Thank you." That note was from the gardener. Turns out, years ago, he'd found the stolen money himself, but when his wife tried to stop him, he killed her and hid her body. Now history was repeating itself. Anna came outside, asking gently, "What are you doing?" David turned cold. He confessed he'd only married her to get his hands on the hidden fortune, but now that the money was gone, he decided to kill her too, and hide her body inside the wall, just like the gardener did. At the last second, Jack burst in and stopped him. Police arrived moments later, and took David away in handcuffs. Greed had turned yet another man into a monster. So tell me, would you ever kill the one you love, for money buried beneath your own floor?